I am super excited to be here today and super excited to be a part of our Shared Ground Symposium. onX is a pioneer in outdoor navigation. Eric Siegfried, who was a hunter and outdoorsman, recognized the need to bring public and private land together. And the West is checkerboard and it's very difficult to know your boundaries. He figured out a way to put this data together, put it on a chip, and that was inserted into a Garmin GPS. We've expanded that technology to the off-road space, and we've entered the human-powered space with our Backcountry. And we feel an obligation to kind of give back to grow and to make sure that our users and our company is protecting and expanding the access for those who are using our product.
Even though we might have one primary area that we focus on, the goal here, perhaps moreover in life, is that we appreciate and understand and respect the other land users that are out there. Having been introduced to mountaineering by my parents, having the ability to get out there is a privilege. It is not available to everyone. So my goal, and where I am now at age 59, is to take the experience I have and to share it with other people and give it back to them so that they can have many of those same experiences that I've had.
Remember that these are perceived reputations, not necessarily the viewpoints of anyone in the room, but that we recognize that some people somewhere might have these perceptions about hunters or about human-powered groups or about motorized groups. A lot of positive stuff, but also a lot of challenging perceptions as well.
I don't think you can really change perceptions without giving people education, getting them involved, and getting them out there.
We might be misperceived by other groups. We have work to do. That communication is the beginning and the foundation of this.
With hunting specifically, I mean, we have to have public land access. We have to be able to get back into the mountains. That's where those creatures live. A lot of people who didn't grow up in a hunting family don't know that it's enjoying nature, it's seeing wildlife up close, it's filling your own freezer. The more people that can understand what hunting is all about, the stronger we're going to be as a whole to protect it.
Public land access has pretty much given me everything. It has given me a sense of community. It has given me a lifestyle. It's even given me a career. Without it, I don't know how I would exist in a happy life. It has purely pretty much made my life happy.
It's hard to imagine life without public land access, especially for the way that I like to move over large landscapes. It's not uncommon to run 20 or 30 miles, and that takes a large swath of land to do that. And the things I'm dedicated to, what I do every day, would be very different without public lands.
Public lands have given me a sense of balance, a sense of exploration. It's sparked curiosity. It's given me a place to rejuvenate, a place to tend to my soul when I'm in sorrow. Everything I see in life is through the prism of public lands, and I just couldn't see it in any other way, in that we all own these lands and we share them. It's a pretty unique, special thing.
So, question for the group here. Should access for all types of recreation be preserved no matter what? In what scenarios should access be closed?
I am really grateful that there is wilderness out there, that there's not a single road you can't get a car.
Coming from the motorized community, I absolutely agree with you. I love off-roading, but I do it to get out into the wilderness, And so it's having those areas that are completely pristine is extremely important, I think, to the whole motorized community.
The same goes for non-motorized use. Even if you don't think you're having that impact, you might be having impact on wildlife, and you should reserve space, just like you guys are saying, reserve space for certain experiences, also reserve space for wildlife to have non-human interactions.
Yeah, a lot of the things that are talked about in these other communities, I think, like hunting, has kind of been there and done that, and maybe not figured it out, but might offer some sort of an instructive model.
I think hunting it's interesting you preserve the history of it because it's 100 years in the making, and we're just getting started with human-powered recreation and off-road vehicle recreation.
what does the word access even mean to many of these communities? In the disability community, it's much different than, you know, the overland community versus the hunting community. So like, how do we start creating these like culturally cohesive spaces where we're not siloing ourselves and we are overlapping different cultures?
Over and over again, I'm seeing that getting together, like togetherness, that we're all in the same situation, fighting the same battles. You know, we're all human. It's a human problem. It's a human solution. We're all human. We can come together. Everyone that I've talked to at this from every user group has been so open-minded about what we've done in the past doesn't work. We still have all the same problems. We still have all the same issues, and we're not accomplishing the goals. So it's time to try something new.
I was inspired by Griffin sharing that he was nervous about sharing that he was a hunter because it might change how people perceived him. And the challenge for me personally is being more open about the unity that I see across these different areas, even though I only personally identify in one space.
You know, a lot of us get stuck in those user group bubbles as well, hunters, off-roaders, mountain bikers, and we need to continue to push back on that narrative and think about the greater community.
It's funny because being a commissioner, sometimes I feel like I'm looking at a situation and it's either left or right, and it's just really beautiful to be in a room full of so many people. And we probably, if you broke everything down, maybe are on a big spectrum, but the respect and the open communication here today for me has been super beautiful.
We're talking about culture, we're talking about storytelling, we're talking about community and collaboration and mentorship and ethics and stewardship, and I just think that's such rich conversations.
This event has allowed me to engage in conversations with people whom I'd never come across otherwise. There's a lot of potential for action and a lot of energy and a lot of commitment that's dispersed across all different types of user groups. And so to come together and talk about the values that these public lands have in our lives and how we think about them and how we use them and how we talk to others about them and how we advocate for them, it was a powerful moment just to listen to all those different voices.
We never were able to get to where we are without someone teaching us. Mentorship is really meaningful. It affirms and validates someone's choice of what they want to do with their life. There's wisdom and knowledge that can be shared. And then the third aspect of it, there's a certain ethos and value set that is passed on from generation to generation.
You have personal responsibility to take care of that land that you're enjoying, whether you're hunting, hiking, snowboarding, off-roading. I think we as individuals have to remember to not make that big an imprint on the land. But stewardship also means passing that on, which is mentorship. You know, and just getting out there and enjoying it, because if people enjoy it and understand all the beautiful places they get to go, then they're going to do what they can to protect it.
I think what I personally can do for public lands is just share the stories. Share where we're going, share how special these places are. Sometimes share their threats from outside forces to sometimes their threats to individuals and whether they're dangerous places to go into. So for me, what I want to build with my legacy is to give back everything that has been given to me, which equates to a community, a family, and a very happy life. And you're like, how can I make sure that more people have as happy of a life I have because of the outdoors?
We all share the same common value set of being outdoors. We go there to seek rejuvenation, to come back refreshed as an antidote to our oversubscribed society. The biggest threat is that we don't communicate within each of our respective user groups, and collectively our voice is so much stronger when we speak together.